What's going on? This is your man, John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And of course, when y'all see Jeremiah, you know that we're going around the NFL and we're talking about games and we're doing all the stuff that we have to do to make this work. So starting off, we're going to talk about two major games that happened week 4. We'll start off with the Chargers versus the Giants in what was a massive upset, something that nobody was expecting, especially when we saw how the Giants were playing. And this comes after the announcement that they were benching Russell Wilson. What was your thoughts on this Giants Chargers game?
Oh man, I thought the players pretty much rallied around Dart. You know what I mean? Jackson. I feel like they actually really rallied around him. But we seen a story happen a couple of times before in the NFL history where you
Mhm.
change out quarterbacks, all of a sudden they win. As most recent, I remember as Andy Dalton last year when the Panthers played the Raiders. And
Right.
everyone was on this good bandwagon, and then the following week it just went right back to being the Carolina Panthers losing over again. But I do like I do like Jackson Dart in the sense of him rushing the football. He didn't throw the ball pretty much that well.
Mhm. Right.
But him rushing the ball, and then I also like them having a scat back there, Cam, back there running back because he runs pretty rough. But it was mainly that defense.
The defense, yeah.
That defense. Now you can't hold the spider down no more, man. You can't hold him down no more. Because now he can no longer get double teamed. So he
Right.
can now I think he's tied for league in sacks so far. I think he's
I
tied for
mean,
league in
what do you got? Like 5?
five. I think I think it's
Okay.
tied. Let me tell you something. He's never been above. I want to say 8. I want to say 8, but
Oh,
he's on pace for that. That's because the majority of his years he never had any. He always had to take the brunt of the double team. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And
So
that makes sense. That makes sense when you're the most impactful defensive lineman at
yeah,
that point and the only sack guy at that
yeah.
point.
He might
So,
he might have had 10. He might have had 10. I may be mistaken.
okay.
At least
Yeah,
one
I
year.
mean, that to me, the thing about that game is that it's like, was it more about the Giants being that dominant defensively, or was it the fact that the Chargers didn't have the offensive lineman
Yeah.
that to protect Justin
Right.
Herbert? Because that played a key role. Now, again, it's the NFL. Stuff happens, and you go out there, you win a game, you snatch a game. Hey, that's all you can do. But um, I was blown away at how well that defensive front was playing because they were not playing. We talked about it. We weren't hearing Dexter Lawrence's name. Dexter Lawrence showed up big time in the Chargers game. The Jackson Dart thing. Here's my problem that I've always had with the NFL. For some reason, when quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Jackson Dart and all them, they run out the pocket, they all of a sudden act like they can't hit them, like these guys are not runners, right? But when Lamar Jackson gets out the pocket or Jaden Daniels gets out the pocket, there's like a beam to like try to light them up. Now, I don't understand the fear of hitting a white quarterback. Like it's like if he's out of the pocket and he's running like a running back, blast him. You know what I'm saying? Because so he can understand, yo,
Yep.
you know you're not going to be running the ball like you some big time running back, and you not about to get hit. That's crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of wild. So, but again, congratulations to the Giants. That was a huge win. That was a very huge win. They took advantage of the fact that they had injuries on the offensive line. In fact, Joe Alt went out in that game. So they were down Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, and Mekhi Becton. So it was like that. All the Giants had to do was do what they did, and that was just tee off.
And they lost Malik
And
Labors.
to the season,
Yeah.
for the
Right.
season. Like that's a massive impact. But guess what? What difference would it make? Because Jackson Dart ain't throwing the ball anyway.
That's true. That's true.
So, yeah, that was a wild game. The next game we're going to talk about is the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys in a game that for a minute you thought Dallas was just going to rip them a new one. Next thing you know, Green Bay somehow came back. They were fighting back and forth, and the game ended in a tie. We haven't seen a tie in a while now. So the game ended in a tie. What's your thoughts on that?
That game was surprising. I mean, I didn't. No one seen that coming. I had the Packers winning by a mile, to be honest with you. But it should have known Michael Parsons coming back. But what they don't talk about in that game for the most part, because the biggest play to me was the special teams play.
Yeah.
That little 2 points really got them a tie. It got them
Yeah,
into
yeah,
overtime.
exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Because majority of the time when you block a field goal, you're blocking a punt. Most times it's not returned. It's
Hmm.
typically the play ends up going dead. Eventually, someone gets tackled. But they got those 2 points, and I was looking at film with Micah Parsons. He actually had more of an impact in that game than what I thought he did. They
Hmm.
didn't. He was beating his blocker a lot of the
Yeah,
time,
definitely.
but Dak Prescott, he was getting that ball out of his hand. He was getting
Yeah,
the ball
yeah.
out of his hand.
And the fact that George Pickens was coming up so
Oh,
big in the game,
yeah,
but
sure, yeah,
again, you know what? That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody because he was the number one guy in
yeah,
Pittsburgh. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It
So
was.
it's like let's not sit here and think that because in reality, Dallas has two number one receivers.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb
yeah,
went down. Guess what? It didn't matter because you got another number one.
mhm,
So I mean, George Pickens, I mean, because I think he dropped maybe his first pass. I think he
yeah,
dropped it, but then after that, he was just collecting catches after that. It was like, oh, it's over, it's done. Um, that game was very surprising because it just went
right,
on and on and on, and they were just kept fighting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and for it to end in a tie, I felt that that was disappointing because it's like, again, we haven't seen a tie in a while. So
yeah,
for that game to end in a tie, that I thought that that was just disappointing at that point. Like they
yeah,
should, like to me, and I've said this for a long time. I hate the onside kick. I absolutely hate it. It's a non-play in the NFL. It doesn't help at all. So with that, my thing is that the UFL has the 4th and 15. Put that in the NFL. Make that a play, make that something in the NFL because again, if a team scores and
yeah,
then they have an opportunity instead of the onside kick to say, hell, we'll do 4th and 15, and if they convert that 4th and 15, then they get the new downs so they can march to see if they can get another touchdown. That makes the game even more exciting. Not
yeah,
only that, you get a true finality to the game instead
yeah,
of having to go into overtime and ending zero and ending in a tie. We almost saw that in the San Francisco game this Thursday.
hmm,
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where give me the 4th and 15 because I just think that that's something that's needed. So, with that, we talked about the two games, the two major games in that. So, we're now going to go and do our picks of the week, our pick 'em games. So, of course, because we're coming in after Thursday, we're not going to do the Thursday game. So, we're going to start with the Minnesota Vikings versus the Browns. That's the international game. Who you got in that game?
Hey, JJ McCarthy not coming back, right?
Nah, he not coming back, and Carson Wentz is gonna, and that's what I should have known. Carson Wentz is gonna Carson Wentz.
Yeah, 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 he is. It's gonna be a tough game for Minnesota because of Cleveland's defense. Uh, but Cleveland, I don't feel like what's name Dylan Gabriel's gonna do much. He might be that spark, but you know what? I'm making the switch. I was gonna go Minnesota. I'm gonna go Cleveland. I'm gonna go Cleveland because I feel like it's gonna be that Jackson Dart effect, that new quarterback get in, and then they're gonna rally around them, and then they can make it happen. The defense will probably score 1 or 2 touchdowns.
You know what? I'm with you. I'm going with Cleveland because only reason why I'm going with Cleveland is because when Carson Wentz was on the Washington team, he had a poor outing against this same, well, it's practically almost the same Cleveland defense.
Yeah,
And for me, that is something that's not going to work. That is something that is like absolutely mind-boggling. And there's no way. I mean, I think that what's going to happen is that Cleveland is going to put all the workload on Quinshawn Junkins to sit up
Mhm.
there and basically just manage the clock and try their best to limit Dylan Gabriel throwing the ball because even in the preseason and in their all-season workouts, Dylan Gabriel was throwing picks and he was
Mhm.
also struggling seeing over the line. So
Yeah, yeah.
again, this is one of those games where, and not only that, I think Kevin Stefanski got to prove that he was right about Dylan Gabriel. So he's going to have to sit up there and let Dylan Gabriel
Mhm.
actually play, because if at any point he looks like garbage or trash, and Shador has to come in, and then their luck
Yep.
changes with Shador in, you won't be able to sit him back down. So
It's a good thing this game's in England.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Next is the Cowboys Jets. The Jets, Justin Fields. I've been a person that said this over the longest. When you draft a quarterback, your best thing to do is give him a receiver that he's used
Mhm.
to or can identify with. We're seeing a different Justin Fields, being as though he's now linked up, not only linked back up with Garrett Wilson, who was his number one receiver when they were playing, but also his former tight end and Rucker. So what who do you got in this game? Cowboys Jets.
At some point, the Jets got to get it done. They 0-4 right now.
Yeah, they on for
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, this is a home game, so I believe they'd be able to take this one. Dallas will give you like that good vibe on their offense. We all know the defense not there, but then they'll put up a stinker like they did 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So I feel like I think the Jets will get it. I think the Jets will get this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with the Jets on this one too. I think that that offense is going to come alive, and I think the defense is going to come alive. I
Yeah,
don't know what's going. I think that what they're going through defensively is the defensive scheme transition. Like
yeah,
they're still learning the scheme, and I think
right.
what's happened is that the terminology is so different from what they
Hmm.
would what they were working in the previous thing that's why I think that they're struggling right now with trying to get the defense to mesh well, and they're really trying their best to focus on the offense doing big things. So for that, I actually got the Jets as well. I do
Yeah,
feel they'll step up defensively, but I do feel that they're going through the transition period of learning a completely new scheme. Next is the Giants and the Saints. Like this is a game that again, the Saints are due for one. They're
hmm
also in that zero, that loss column, but Spencer Rattler has been shocking people. Like he's not kidding around. But I think they lost. No, 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 no. I think they lost some of their offensive linemen too. So, who do you got in this game?
The Saints right now in the NFC South, they're in the last place in the NFC South.
Mm,
But honestly, the way they've been playing now, they're probably, I would say, probably better than the Falcons than Atlanta. I mean, as far as I'm talking about, as far as
right, right,
but they've been competitive. They've
right.
been right. I think they had one game where it was sort of a blowout. But I think they end up being 1-4 after this week.
Mm. Oh man, yeah. So you and I both got. I got the Saints as well. I just think that they're due one,
Yep.
and I think that this particular defense will stifle Jackson Dart or
Actually, yeah.
force him to
To
be
throw.
a passer and not a runner. So I think that that's what's going to happen. Next is the Colts Raiders. The Colts coming off of a loss,
Yeah.
shocking loss,
Yep.
and the Raiders coming off of a win. So who do you got in this game?
Hey man, they let your boy Jindy start get off. It'll be a bad day, but I got the Colts. I'm still sticking with the Colts. The Colts done got me this season, man. I was shocked. I'm gonna roll with the Colts.
It's so funny because what did I say last week? I said, I'm gonna go. I've been going against the Colts, been going against them. I'm gonna go with them, and then they
and
lose.
they lose, yeah. That's how it happens, man.
So I'm actually going to go with them though, because I just think their offensive weapons. Alec Pierce is back, and I just think offensively they're just a detrimental team. Like it's hard to stop that team. Alec
Yep.
Pierce was out the last game, so I think with him coming back, that's going to be a big thing. So I got the Colts in this game too. Next, the Dolphins and the Panthers. Dolphins coming off of a big win against the Jets, and the Panthers coming off of a crazy
Big loss.
loss. Yeah. So who you
Why
got
they
in this
big?
game?
Uh, the Panthers are home. We do have makeshift offensive line. We
Mm,
lost three offensive linemen. The receiving core is not all there. We still got Tet. I think Leggett, he's coming back, but he's not really. And Jalen Coker is still out.
mm.
The defense, I think we're getting all our parts back from the defense, so we're straight there. We just weak at the linebacker position. But to make a long story short, I'm a roll with the Panthers because they're at home. I'm rolling with them just because they're at home. The Dolphins still look good without Tyreek Hill for that game, and then but they also got to face J.C. Horn. But they're lucky J.C. Horn don't travel either, so he doesn't travel. I don't even
Yeah.
want to get on. That's a whole nother subject with our defensive coordinator.
He Richard Sherman's it. Uh,
And then, I mean, he would like to travel, but a defensive coordinator, I don't even.
oh, he
He
sticks
needs
him on one side. Okay, gotcha,
he needs
gotcha, gotcha.
he needs to be fired like that. He should have been
That,
fired.
I
That's a
think
whole
at
nother
this point in the season, everybody feels that their defensive coordinator should be
thing.
almost every person that's a fan of a team think their defensive
Yeah,
coordinators need to be fired. So,
right.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Panthers. I think their defense is stronger. Offensively, I think if they focus on the run game, they may
Yeah.
actually rip the Dolphins because they're not great
Oh,
against the
Chuba's
run.
out, by the way. We still got Rico Dow, but Chuba's out to this game.
Rico Dow, he's
Yeah,
still a functional
he's still,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, so the thing about it is that what's going on with Jonathan Brooks? Like,
Oh,
man,
he tore his ACL last year, so he tore his ACL again last year. We brought him back towards ACL again, so he's gonna be out this entire year. And then so he
dang,
has, yep. So that's like his second
wow, that's the second
ACL tear
one.
on the same leg.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I think if they focus on the run game, they might be able to rip this one off.
Yeah,
Next is the Broncos and the Eagles. I think that's in Denver.
I
Uh,
got it. I
No,
think I
no, no,
got
no,
it.
no. It's
Yeah,
I
Philly.
no, I think it's in I
It's in
think it's
Philly.
in Philly. It's in Philly. I think it's in
Yeah.
Philly. Who you got in this game?
Man, I feel like at this point, Saquon's finally going to get off. I just feel like
Mm.
he's finally going to get off. Uh, I got the Eagles because I mean I went against the Eagles last week. I was like they're going to lose, but I'm roll the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles too. I just to me I feel that they're hitting their stride. And that was the thing I think I feared the most is that
Yeah.
when they hit that stride and understand Saquon still hasn't yet been activated. So I think that like I agree with you. I think Saquon shows up in this game and I
Yep.
think that this is where they start jetting off. And if that happens, that's going to be a massive problem, even coming close to thinking you're going to stop them because special teams wise, they're killing it right now. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, they're scoring on the special teams. Like, so yeah, right now they're all levels of that team is happening, offensive, defensive, and special teams. It's going to be hard to contend with that team. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm going with the Eagles. Texans, Ravens, 1 o'clock game.
Hey, I think it gets worse for Baltimore. I think it gets worse for Baltimore. I hate to say it, but I think it gets worse because Houston Texans, their defense ain't nothing to play with, man. Matter of fact, I think they're leading the league in scoring, like in regards to scoring against them. I believe they're number one. Uh, yeah, I'm going Houston. I just
Uh,
see it going that way.
yeah, I'm going Houston too. The Ravens have been massively disappointing. The fact that the stat came out that they weren't even running Derrick Henry on first and second down.
Yeah, that's
That
wild.
that that's crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that you now have Jair Alexander out. Nate Wiggins has an injury. Marlon Humphrey
Yeah.
is kind of injured. Makai Starks, they're not sure if he's a little injured. That secondary is basically obliterated. And they
Hmm.
just put Matabuke on IR, so I think his season is over. So now you basically have nothing on defense. And
Hmm.
offensively, if you ain't running the ball, especially when you got the biggest back in the NFL, it's going to be hard to win the game. And I don't see them. And I think Lamar might be out. I think Lamar
Oh
might.
yeah,
Yo, yeah, Lamar's out. Yeah,
Lamar
Lamar's
is
out.
out. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Lamar
yeah.
is out. Yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah, so now yeah, I don't I don't see them beating the Texans at all. At all.
No.
It's especially with Cooper Rush. I don't see it happening. Next is the Titans Cardinals. That's a that's a crazy I think that's a
Yeah,
crazy
crazy.
game, especially after
Mhm.
Cam Ward then set up there and said came out as a rookie quarterback. Man, he
Speaking of
said
line,
we trash. Who you got in this game?
oh my goodness, man. I totally forgot he said that. Um, I think it's gonna be a rough outing for Tennessee. I want to give them a game. I want to finally say, hey, this is gonna be their game. But I also think that Marvin Harrison Jr. He was about crying in the end zone last week and he
Hmm.
catching the touchdown. I think he might mess around, hit a stride, and he might hit a stride on the Titans. But we'll see with quarterback. He's suspect. I always think he's suspect, man, because he's.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Arizona because they got Trey McBride. They got the
Hmm.
weapons for it. They got consistency on the offensive end, except for their quarterback. Really, to be honest with you. Oh, their running game. Their running game might be a little suspect too, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean I know James
They, I think
Conner is out. I
I think
think
they out.
Trey Benson might be hurt or
I think
something
he
like
out
that.
too. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
and I think they got Michael Carter, former North
yeah.
Carolina Tar Heel,
Yep, yep. They do. Yep.
coming in. Um, I got the Cardinals too. Um, I, I understand that calling the team trash might give them a spark, and I
Yeah,
really do feel it might do that. But offensively, like passing wise, they still got the weapons. Arizona got the weapons. Yeah, Kyler Murray is going to be suspect, no matter how you
yeah,
look at it, no matter how much you try with him. It's just that he just there's never a point where you see him and you're like, oh my God, he's having this fantastic passing game. You just never see it. And it's like,
no,
man, like, I don't know. So, and it's like when his team gets behind, it's normally because of him.
yep,
Like it's never a thing where the team is behind because the defense played bad or they playing. It's normally he does something that's boneheaded. He'll have a fumble. He'll throw a pick. Next thing you know, the team is behind and he's trying to fight to get them back in the game, and it just
yeah,
it makes things problematic. So yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals too. Next is the Bucks Seahawks. I think that's in your part of town,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's that's
Yeah.
that's up here. Yeah, that's up here. Oh man, and I always talk about that home game with Seattle and those fans up there, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's something different. It's nicer to experience. Uh, but I got the Bucks, man. I got the Bucks pulling us out in Seattle, man. They are the Bucks. Well, they missing Mike Evans, but they got Chris Godwin back. He got a lot of targets last week,
Hmm.
but I feel like this week, he's going to be on point with catching a lot of balls. That was rust. That was rust between him and Baker Mayfield. But I feel like all this stuff gonna fall off, man. I think they're going to be fine, man.
I'm gonna go Seahawks. Sam Donald actually has been surprising me how well he's playing in a completely different offense, and
Yeah,
it
right on
seems
his right
like
team, man.
he got it together. Their running game is looking very good. So I mean, they seem to have figured it out at this point now. So I'm
Yep.
actually going to go with the Seahawks. And then you talking about it's at home. It's
Yeah.
hard for teams to go into that stadium and win. So I'm gonna go Seahawks in this game. Next is the the Bengals Lions. Uh,
That's
I, I mean that's an atrocious game for the Bengals. I mean, who you got in this game?
Hey, listen, whatever the spread is, go ahead and bet on the Lions. 'Cause it's about to be bad. It's about to be bad, man. Because I wouldn't say that for a lot of teams, but a Dan Campbell coach team, it
Hmm.
don't matter. It doesn't matter what team they playing. Their mentality's still the same. He
Right.
he, he won't let them fall off. Not the way he built his culture, but that's easy.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions too. I mean, Bengals, they're just not. it- it- Everybody talks about how great Joe Burrow is, but they never talk about how great his receiving core is that possibly makes him great.
Great.
Um, but
Dave LSU, man.
yes,
Same.
but since he's been out, this team has been falling. but we knew that that was going to happen because they didn't have a defense. And I just feel that they're going to shred them up.
Yeah.
The lines are right now at a point where they're facing a lot of teams, and
Hmm.
they're facing a lot of teams where their defense can't stop their offenses at all, no matter
Yeah.
what's going on. And they got some of the fastest guys on offense. So I think this is another one where we see a big win by the Lions because they're just shredding up these defenses. So I'm concerned that when we see them, it's going to be a problem because they got beef with us. So
Oh yeah, they do got beat. Yeah, yeah, you ain't lying. They do got beat. Y'all did that away.
yeah,
Y'all that was away on the playoff game, man. So
exactly. And they
y'all got to
come
do
they
them
come
again,
to the
man.
house. They come to the Fed trap. So
Woo!
uh next is the Commanders Chargers. 4 o'clock game. So because we're in LA. So who you got in this game?
Yeah, I think it's a bad week to be facing the Chargers, uh, because they just coming off of a loss.
Mhm.
Upset at that. Um, I think they'll get back to this running game, and then they're rolling the passing game. I feel like they'll beat the Commanders. Y'all got Jalen McDaniels coming back, right?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is back. Yeah.
Hey, you be tell them how to show them how to slide, man. I know y'all got a baseball team over there. He should go learn how to slide. It ain't that hard. It's not that hard. I could still do it. Yeah, but I got the Chargers on this. I like the Commanders, but I got the Chargers on this one.
Okay. I
Commanders
got the
need to win.
Commanders. I got the Commanders. I think that with two of their top offensive linemen being out, there's an opportunity to really rush the passer and get
Yeah,
to Justin Herbert. Again, Justin Herbert under pressure is the flakiest quarterback you'll ever see.
hundred
So I
percent.
think that again, I think the Commanders can actually get to him. We'll probably see our secondary play a little bit better. I will say this, and I hope people don't take this crazy, but I will say this: don't be surprised if we see Trey Lance because they may feel that it's like his running is a lot better than Justin Herbert's running. And again, once Justin Herbert gets into that flaky mode, I think that him as a player just completely falls off the cliff. So with that, I'm going with the Commanders. Next is the Patriots Bill divisional game. Patriots Bills. Who you got in that game?
Oh, that
That's
this is
the Sunday
this is
night game
this,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. This is a tough one. Uh, it's a tough one just because it's a divisional game, but I'm still put my trust in Josh Allen. I'm gonna still put my trust in Josh Allen. Drake May, even though I watched him at Carolina, I'm still shaky on him. He played the Carolina Panthers last week, so it's hard to judge a team a quarterback
Mm,
whenever they play a team that's pretty much on the bottom tier of the NFL.
right.
Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna go Bills, man. I'm gonna go Bills. You see Josh Allen that juke last week, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Man,
again,
that was
he's another one that I mean, teams just people act like they're fearful to hit him, man.
yeah.
But I'm gonna go Patriots because I think this will be the team that will
Okay.
hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
think Mike Vrabel will be like, go. He runs out that pocket. Treat him like you would treat any running back coming out of there. He come out that pocket, blast him, and
Uh
I
huh.
think that that's going to be the focus. Now we got to hope and pray that the refs don't play a major role in this whole thing. But with that being
Yeah.
said, I think that the Patriots shock everybody and take it from the Bills because again, divisional games happen like that. But because teams know them, I think that that's what's going to happen. Mike Vrabel's going to have that team ready to blast Josh Allen. So I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Next is the final game Monday night Chiefs Jags Monday Night Football. Who you got in this game?
This is one of those tough games, man. I say tough games because the Jaguar defense look good.
Hmm.
I think they've had 3 turnovers in each game of the season.
Hmm.
Like each game, I'm talking about this year. It's hard to get 3 turnovers every game. That's the reason
Right.
why sucky Trevor Lawrence has been able to get squeezed through these games because he's getting 3 extra possessions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but with all that being said, I feel like I think the Chiefs on their road now. They're starting to find themselves. You got Xavier Worthy back. I think next week he gets Rasheed Rice back. Oh no,
Mhm.
he on 6 game suspension. They're getting back week 7.
Yeah, week
Um,
7. Yeah, yeah.
but yeah. I got him. I got the Chiefs on this one.
Oh man, this is
Listen
a
to what
tough
that's
one.
that's an away game too. That's a home
Yeah,
game for the
it's
Jaguars.
a home game for the Jags. Um, I'm gonna go with the Jags in this one. Now, it's not because I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to do fantastic. I think they're going to lean on ATN and the running game to really make big strides for them because I think that don't get me wrong, the Chiefs are one of those teams that when it comes to running games, they'll kill you. They'll definitely stop the running game. They'll
Yeah.
do all types of stuff. I
Yep.
still feel that right now Patrick Mahomes doesn't have all his weapons available to him. So right
True.
now, and then Pacheco doesn't seem like he's running the ball well at all this season. So and that's a big downgrade for them. So for me, I got the Jags in this game. So
Hmm.
all right, y'all, that was our pick'ems. Now we're going to go to Jeremiah as he sits up there and does his parlays. Last week he went 2 for 3. So what you got this week now, Jeremiah?
Hey, listen, 2 for 3 ain't good enough. It's almost, but it don't count. You know what I mean? So this time I kept it simple. I kept it simple. No big risk, but we all know gambling. Listen, it's always a risk there because it can always go the other way around.
Right.
Injury, anything. So I decided to go with Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown,
Oh
anytime
yeah,
tub, man. Jonathan Taylor.
that's happening.
Um, and then from there, I got George Pickens, 5 receptions. George Pickens he can get 5 receptions, even though a lot of times he has like a big time yardage, so he might have three
Mm.
receptions, 70 yards. That's like a George Pickens game. He
And,
had he
and
had like
and yeah, and that, again, he's the number one guy right
He's
now.
the number
So
one guy. So we know he's going to get more than 5 looks. He's
yeah,
going to get more than 5 balls thrown his way. He
right,
better hope
right.
he at least catch 5. And then I got the Saints on the money line. Saints on the money lines is to me it's like the biggest gamble in this one. Uh, but the Saints they're playing against the Giants, but I believe they're playing at home.
Yeah,
So
they're home. They're home.
yeah, the Saints they haven't gotten one. They've been playing tight games. They'll be able to get this one through. The only thing I'm worried about that game is Brian Burns being familiar with the Saints offense. That's it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he's coming
yeah.
from Carolina, correct?
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Well,
That's the thing that makes me a little
but it's a
worried.
different offense due to the fact that Kellen
Yeah,
Moore
true.
is now there, but he
True, true.
still knows the players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
so okay, all right. Well, those are Jeremiah's parlays. Of course, I was doing the survivor pool, got kicked out because the Packers for some reason wanted to lose and has been not looking too great these past 2 weeks. So for that, if I'm going to go ahead and do a survivor pool pick, I will pick the Seattle Seahawks in the survivor pool. I just think that being home, playing the Bucks, Sam Darnold's look playing well. I just think that they're going to give the Bucks a problem. So for that, I would select the Seattle Seahawks in your survivor pool. With that, that is it, y'all. Of course, as I tell y'all all the time, when y'all see me and Jeremiah, we're going around the NFL or around the sports world. Y'all tell us what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, along with my man Jeremiah Street, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.